Tell us a funny story from when you were Amish, please, sir. So I'll tell you a story. It didn't actually happen to me, but it's a story. There was this lawyer driving through Amish country, and he's got a nice BMW. He's driving real fast. He comes around this curve, and there's an Amish buggy just clip-clopping along, and he almost rear-ends it, so he veers off the road, hits a tree, and ends up totaling his car. He gets out of the car. He's pretty upset with his Amish guy. You know, he starts yelling at him and asked him if he can use his phone. The Amish guy said, I don't have a phone, but, you know, this is before cell phones. I can take you to town. There's a payphone there. It's only a couple miles. So the lawyer hops in the buggy, and they start heading off to town, and got to talk, asking the guy about the Amish way of life, and asked him how many years of schooling he had. He said 8 years. He went through 8th grade. And the lawyer's like, wow, that's crazy, you know. He's like, I had almost 20 years. He said, how about we play a little game? You know, it's going to be a while till we get to town. How about I ask you a question, and since you only had 8 years of schooling, if you don't know the answer, you can give me $5, and then you ask me a question. If I don't know the answer to your question, I'll give you $500. Amish guy thinks about it. He's like, well, you know, chances are I'm not going to know all these answers to these questions, but, you know, all I need is for him to not know one, you know, and Scott think about it and say, okay, that sounds like a plan. So the lawyer asked him, what is the diameter of the moon? And the Amish guy thought about it for a second. He's like, you know, I just don't know. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out $5 and hands it to the lawyer. And the lawyer's like, oh, this is awesome, you know. And so he's like, okay, your turn. And the Amish guy thinks for a minute, and he said, what goes up a hill with 5 legs but comes down with 7? And the lawyer thought about it, you know. He racked his brain, thought about everything he'd learned in school, and thought about it and thought about it. And finally he was like, you know what, I don't know. And he pulls out $500 and hands it to the Amish guy. And then the Amish guy said, okay, your turn. And the lawyer said, you know, before I ask my next question, I'm just dying to know. He's like, what does go up the hill with 5 legs and come down with 7? The Amish guy reaches into his pocket, pulls out $5 and hands it to him, said, I don't know either.